Joining us now, O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, this is according to a new study that came out, but everybody knows how difficult it is to get into a home. Certainly the Trump administration, because they're throwing out the idea of 50-year mortgages. But will the solutions make the problem worse, not better, until home prices just come down a little bit?
So let's talk about the real problem here.
Sure.
For almost 22 years, as interest rates went down, mortgages were being done at 3.8 to 4.5%. And that's extraordinary over 100 years, because generally speaking, the average mortgage rate was sort of 5.5 to 7.5%, even for a while at 17%. So people really got used to the idea of getting a house, 2,500 square feet, with a mortgage at 4.5%, even like floating rate mortgages at 3.9%. But those days are gone. Inflation's still north of 3% right now, and there's a lot of issues around that. And so it's very hard for the Fed to lower rates much more. And there's a big debate going on about that, as you know. This idea of a 50-year mortgage, I mean, think about it. If you're 40, which is the average age of buying a home now, you're going to be friggin' dead before the mortgage is paid off. So you're never going to own the house. I don't like this 50-year idea. You're going to pay so much interest to save $200 a month. It's not a great idea. You know, I don't shill for politicians. I've said this countless times. I think policy is what matters. This is bad policy, not a good idea.
Well, Kevin, we know that the affordability is not just about the interest rates, it's about the price of homes. Those are the two inputs that make it up. But if the alternative is renting, you're still against the 50-year mortgage if it's the same payment?
Yeah, I am. I am, because a 50-year mortgage, you're going to pay almost 3 times more interest than a normal mortgage, 7-year, whatever. I mean, 50 years is beyond a lifetime. If the average age is 40, as I said earlier, you're 90. Not everybody makes it that far. I mean, so you really want to end up getting rid of your mortgage over time. It also means if real rates are north close to 7%, then you're not going to be able to buy a 5,000 square foot home. You're going to buy a 1,900 square foot home. But that's just the way the world is right now. And so affordability on housing is also the input cost of what it costs to make a house. That's labor, softwood lumber, cost of land, regulations in places like California, which are impossible to work with. Very hard to build a home there. So you got to think about all the other input cost issues. So I really think tariffs are part of that, because we're tariffing softwood lumber. It's all in one big mix. But 50-year mortgage, no, net. Not a great idea.
But people now, they're getting homes, they're cash poor, they're house poor, which means they have money, but all their money is poured into their house. Trust me, I know all about this. All their money is poured into their house, and now they have no extra money. They have no disposable income where they can go out and invest in the $1 million scheme to pay this joint off early. See, you need money and flexibility so you can go out and make the attempts to get the type of money that can just pay that house off outright.
And how much were we just talking about people getting into a house, 30-year mortgage, and then something happens and they don't have $200 to fix anything in the house? So this, again, will give you that room to have extra capital and to be able to fix it, because people started realizing, like, dang, man, home ownership ain't no joke. You got to fix some things around here. And so that also creates that room and that cushion. I think more options is not a bad thing. People arguing about more options is a difficult. It'd be different if Trump said 50-year mortgages only, no 15 and no 30 years. No, he didn't say that. He said, hey, here's another option.
Yeah, and 100%. And here's the thing. People just also, I think, have to get comfortable with the idea of buying houses as an investment, not as a domicile to live in. There's a lot of things we could get into. This is like a fire topic that we can totally get into. But the whole point is, Vivek Ramaswamy told the Republicans, hey, you guys lost because you're not making things affordable for people immediately, right? Long term, cool, but immediate is what people need now. Trump immediately got on the ball. Let's do a 50-year mortgage. Let's do this, that, and the third to get some money in people's pockets.
Stimulus.
Let's give people $2,000 so they can feel a little bit of this progress that we make.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
a little bit of this TARS.
Trump, like in Vogue, he gonna give you something you can feel. You feel me? But guess what? We are vehemently opposed to that. We're so institutionalized on this plantation. It's like when somebody they could leave the gate open, and we won't even go out that mug because we that trained. Hey, don't start wanting stuff. Don't start expecting the government to do what they say. It's like it's criminal to do that, to expect the government to actually deliver on the promise they make. And Trump is pulling the veil back on a lot of people, and I'm here for it. Final thoughts, my brother?
Yeah, final thoughts, man. The response time that you're actually highlighting is ridiculous. And this is not only just us kind of saying this, but this is when people or other politicians speak, Trump listens and he adjusts, excuse me. And then also in the private sector, they say all the time, they say something to Trump, he listens, and the next thing you know, something's moving and something's shaking. Just look at the first, what was it, 120 days? You know, they were making it work. They were making things happen. And so when I say, when it comes to all these things, guys, take advantage of the opportunities, right? There's going to be a lot of people who are naysayers, but they're not going to get you in the house. They're not going to be feeding your family. All they're going to do is be feeding you doom and gloom, and hoping that you arrive in the same situation so they can sell you more doom and gloom 10 years down the road. So what I would say is just listen to people like Brandon, and he's going to actually give you the information that you need to equip yourself with, but also information so you can start actionable steps to save your family. Because ain't nobody else going to do it, Republican, Democrat, or anybody, unless you take action. Shout outs to Brandon for actually providing the information, and keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Hey, Republican Party, Democrat Party, fool, you ain't even invited to the party, so throw your own. That's what we do over here. Shout out to you, my brother. Much love. Peace. Hey, look it, you're going to get jewels like that on this channel. Hey, listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all just like this. I'm telling you just like this today. 50-year mortgages become a thing. I'm going to get the next crib, the next house in Indiana, either Gary or Griffith. I'm getting one of those $185,000 or $200,000 houses with a deck and a beautiful yard and all that. And I'm stretching that mortgage out 50 years. I'm about to be paying $600 a month on a mortgage, and I'm renting it out to a family of 6. I'm telling you, that's the plan. That's the move. Child, why did you leave? I was about to bring you up. That's the move, and that's the plan. So I gave you some game. Don't say I ain't never laced you up. I gave you some game. We over here cooking. Child, what's up, man? My resident liberal.
Damn, man, I thought you were running, man. I'm like, bro, you ain't bringing me up, man. I wanted to talk to obstacles too, but that's good. I'm all right,
Talk
man.
to me.
Hey, I tell you, man, you gotta look up some facts, bro. Like, how you gonna say the government getting involved in healthcare raises the price of healthcare, but yet still, a United States of America pays more for healthcare than all other industrialized nations, and they all have government provided healthcare?
No, that's because we have more people than those nations.
No, we're talking about per capita. We're not talking about the individual. We're talking about per capita.
Listen, I'm not here to argue with you tonight.
Per person.
Who has universal health care? Name a country.
Canada, Japan, all of Western Europe, and they have still private insurance too. You can purchase private insurance, but there's a basic level of health coverage that provides everyone.
Listen. The whole country of Canada don't even have more people than the country of Kenya. And
it's
Kenya is not even a 10.
Brandon.
Listen,
it's
man,
per
listen.
person. Per person. And
do you understand what the word? Do you understand what the word exponentially means?
Yes.
Okay, so you say per capita, I say exponential. 350 million people is a lot more than 40 million.
Brandon,
the cost increases exponentially.
Brandon, your arguments are.
My argument is
like, listen, that makes no sense.
Listen, you bum.
That's like the argument you had the other night.
Listen. I don't know what third world hellhole you're from. They're not taking money out of my paycheck so that you can have free health care.
Brother, I have health care.
I'm not your brother.
You have health care.
So why are you complaining?
You get what I'm saying? But my point is, you made a statement that's factually incorrect.
That's not factually incorrect.
But you don't care about facts.
All right,
that's the problem.
What statement did I make? What statement did I make
You
that was
said
fact?
the
What
government
statement did
getting
I make?
involved in healthcare drives up healthcare
That is
costs. That is
exactly what it does.
fundamentally
That is
incorrect.
exactly what it
That
does.
is incorrect because American government is really not heavily into healthcare
So okay,
like
so let me
other countries.
let me ask you a question. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this one
Yes.
question. We're gonna
Go
see if
ahead.
you're a man of your word.
Mm.
Obama put in Obamacare, said that
Yep.
would lower healthcare costs for every American.
Mhm.
Since Obama implemented Obamacare, let's get the year. Year Obamacare was implemented.
Thanks for looking something up. That's good, man.
Okay. Obamacare was implemented on January 1st, 2004, 2 years after Obama left office. Since January 1st, 2014, under Obamacare, have premiums went down or have they went up?
Obama didn't leave in 2014.
I'm asking you
2 years before he left. He left in 2016.
I mean, yeah, 2 years before he left. My bad.
Okay,
Listen,
correct.
once Obamacare was implemented, did prices for healthcare go up or did they go down?
That question I
It's a
cannot
very
really
simple.
answer.
See,
I can't. I don't. That
who's lying now? Hey, remember
no.
the people are watching. The
No,
people
no,
are
brother,
watching. Who's lying? You can't.
brother.
Okay, listen. Wait.
No,
It's
the reason I said I can't
wait.
answer that
There's
question.
an easy answer for
Uh-huh.
it. There's an easy answer for it.
Mm,
Why are we talking about subsidizing health Obamacare right now when Obamacare was supposed to be free? I mean,
no, Obamacare had subsidies in it from the get-go. There were always subsidies.
But there's new
From the
subsidies.
get-go, there were always subsidies.
But they put new subsidies in Obamacare last year through the American Rescue Act.
Right, they did.
Because
they did
because
increase,
the price
what?
because the prices on the Obamacare market increased exponentially out of nowhere. The healthcare companies just say, "Hey, we're raising prices on you."
No, that wasn't the reason for that.
That is. Don't say
that
COVID.
wasn't the reason for that.
Don't say COVID.
That wasn't the reason for that.
Don't
a big
say
part
COVID.
of it, that wasn't the reason. The reason is, one of the big reasons is the Democratic Party, right, as a general rule, believes in providing health care for more people. And so they find a way to do it with that act. You see what I'm saying? But the Obamacare always had subsidies in it. They just expanded a bit the number of people that could get those subsidies. But healthcare in America is expensive regardless of whether, if you look at what your employer pays for your health coverage, it's a ton of money. Employers are paying $1,500 a month sometimes, even if you're a member of a group plan. That's a lot of money for
now all
most
of a
people.
sudden you're sympathetic towards the employers?
No, I'm just saying it's an expensive venture in the United States of America.
Right.
Healthcare is expensive all over the world, but per capita we spend more. And all I'm saying is that all these other places have government-funded healthcare and they have a lower cost.
So you can move. Why don't you move there? The people in those places are trying to come to America.
Why do you have these type of arguments? Why? Because someone says someone is doing something.
I want you to read this. This is a fact. Read this right here. Read this. I want you to read what's on the screen right now.
Let me see if I can see it. ACA benchmark marketplace premiums have increased significantly since 2014, with some estimates citing an increase of 80 to 129%. As of late 2024, early 2025, this increase represents the total premium amount, including government subsidies, rather than the amount paid by individual enrollees. The exact increase depends on the factors like specific plan type, individual age, and location, and whether they qualify for financial assistance.
Okay, so Obamacare was supposed to lower prices of healthcare for all Americans. Instead of lowering the prices went up in it was 2014, 2020. So in 11 years, the prices increased 129%. So yeah, Obamacare, listen, the Democrats have admitted to this. They said Obamacare failed. The Democrats said that. They said that.
Okay. They said you
have to ask us. They said, we know you want to ask us, why are we coming here to ask you to subsidize a healthcare act that was supposed to lower costs for Americans all over the country? Because it failed. That's what the Democrats said.
You would have to find me that quote.
The only person So the only person on earth who believes that Obamacare was a failure, including the Democrats who actually voted it into law, is you. Everyone else knows Obamacare failed. Now,
Brandon,
okay.
Brandon, if you go back to the 80s, people were buying houses for $30,000. What is the cost
Man,
of a
you
house now?
moving the goalposts.
You
We was just
expect,
talking
no,
about
I'm not
healthcare.
moving the goalposts. I'm showing you that inflation is going to be expected. It's expected that costs are going to go up in healthcare. The question becomes, did the costs increase slower or faster?
It increased, bro. Nothing goes up 129% in 11 years,
brother,
man.
how much did the cost go up from 2000 to 2014? Is it the same as from 14 to now? Did it slow? Did it increase?
It doesn't matter. It should not have went up 129%.
And then I read a study too that said that the savings from Obamacare itself was like, because they had said initially that it would save $4 trillion, and the estimates are coming out saying no. Obama said that it would save $4 trillion over 10 years.
He lied.
The estimates came out. 1 second, brother. The estimates came out. I've seen estimates that said it saved 2.5 trillion. So it didn't save as much as he said, but it did save.
It didn't save any, bro. How's it saving when it's costing the government every day? They want, bro. You said 2.5 trillion, bro. Obamacare was costing us 35 billion a year.
The point of the what I'm saying, Brandon, I do not expect necessarily healthcare costs to come down.
Listen,
but what I'm looking at is because everything goes up. The housing has gone up. We always have inflation. Do you want to buy your house today for $200,000 and sell it 10 years from now for $200,000?